Okay, in this video I'm going to show you my exact AI stack that I personally use for the MRR agency. This is for my own performance, every single tool that I use, every single tool that saves me a ton of time, how I've been able to downsize my team to a highly effective team instead of people here, there and everywhere, how I've been able to cancel a lot of external contractors by just installing these AI systems. So I've went from, just chatting to ChatGPT, to creating GPTs, to creating back-end systems and stuff. Sometimes I spend far too much time doing it. However, I want to caveat this by saying I am not an AI expert. I have a co-founder of a business who is an AI expert, and I'm a little bit of the face of it. All of the stuff I'm about to show you is probably around about £1,000 a month of my own personal expenses to allow me to operate at a very high level, have all the clients that I have, make them feel seen and heard, but also over deliver to every single one of them. Have I spent a lot of money on AI stuff in the last 12 months? Yes. So I think I'm well equipped to try and save you some time, effort and energy on, paying for staff, paying for external contractors, whatever that might be. So I'm going to try and make this as organized as possible. It's going to be a lot of tabs open and things, but hopefully you'll learn a ton from it. And of course, any questions, get straight into the comments below. So first things first, this right here is the MRR Intelligence Engine. So this was built on Manus, really simple, Manus AI. The idea for this was really simple. We have Dean and Mike, who are our ads managers for our clients. They do a fantastic job. However, a lot of the time they're building campaigns and I felt like I was annoying them. I'm the marketing guy, I'm the founder of the company, so I'm always looking for ways to get more business and prove what we do is amazing. And so I always found that I was going to them and being like, how's the clients doing? What's the return on ad spend? Like, who's the best performer? What hooks are working? All of these questions. Now, I paid for a software. It was like £250 a month that was very much like this. Basically, the Meta API integration connected and you were able to pull data from Meta Ads Manager and display it in a nice format like this. Now, I'm not going to click on some buttons here because it will reveal a little bit of some personal data for clients, but the command center is essentially I log in every morning and it's pulled all the data from Meta into this platform. And so I never have to bother Dean and Mike again. I just go in here, it organizes it. It's a lot more user friendly than Meta Ads Manager. And quite frankly, I want to be up to date with my client's ads account every single day. And I've created this myself to build that so that I've got it. So I've got sections here on the left that you can see. Command Center is just an overview where it tells you the top performing clients' ad accounts. And then the eye is really just like, the way I wanted it to be was like, I'm the all-seeing eye. So if I was to get on a call with a client in an hour, any client, I'd be able to summarize their ad account before, like right on that call live, and they'd be like, wow, how's he doing that? And quite simply, I'm using AI to help me leverage it. Now, of course, this has to be accompanied by actual deep diving and looking at it and having market knowledge, which I've got. So those two together are the perfect combination. And then the intelligence engine, this is the one I'm showing you here. This has got like, what's the top hook that's working the best? What's the top angle? What's the top format? And then you just sort of look at it and see that, okay, benefit-driven content is working the best in March, for example, or a bold claim is really leading the way. Let's see if we can, let's look at an ad account that's struggling right now and potentially, change the hook or the angle to a bold claim as opposed to a benefit-driven angle. So yeah, you can see that as it's self-explanatory. Then the left is the reports. So and within 90 seconds, I can go and pull a report for the last 7 days, the last 30 days, look at the highest performing ad accounts, look at any accounts that are like starting to really suffer. Their cost per lead is rising very quickly. And I've got that just at a couple of clicks. Then the content schedule. So it's like, okay, I've got all this data. How can I then turn it into content? If I'm the marketing person, how can I then leverage that for case studies, social proof, and really just telling stories, having lessons? So that's the content schedule. And then the case studies. So this is quite literally, it examines the last 30, 60 days or so, and it looks at the growth of the particular client's ad accounts and sales. And we're able to create case studies from it straight off of that, instead of me studying it, going to Canva, creating images, all that sort of stuff. And in story mode, this is really selfish of me, but I'll show you here. I'll just let it load up. You can see here, leads generated, so 49. So essentially what I've done here is, number one, I already know how many leads we generated for the agency yesterday, for example, but I wanted it to be in a showable format so that I could post an Instagram story and show my followers, like, look how many leads we generated. So every morning I wake up, I check this, but I also want to turn it into marketing because at the end of the day, the product is the marketing. And so that's what it shows you. Then it'll move on to here, total ad spend. You've got some winning creatives and stuff here, week on week. and this is some of the accounts obviously we're connected to. You can see here we've got some client wins as well here. Looking at it, Aaron, Vanda, and Aaron again. That's just some wins that we've updated as well. And yeah, pretty much that's the whole idea of the client win section. We come in here, we actually have a VA who does this, who goes in and takes the client win from WhatsApp whenever our clients tell us they've got a win, and then we feed it in here as well, just so that I've actually got all the wins collated in one section again that I can turn into social proof and I can celebrate with the client. So that's the first dashboard that I built in Manus. Really simple. It's that you talk to it and you tell it exactly what you want. Manus is incredible, so I highly recommend it. The next thing that I've built is quite interesting. So I've been really pushing LinkedIn recently, and I want to diversify that and get a lot more connections on there, diversify my acquisition channel. And what I did was I just created the Oracle, which is an intelligence engine that every single morning I get tasks when I wake up as the marketer, and it tells me, it basically is on LinkedIn, but it isn't sending in DMs. It's doing the odd opening message, and then I take over. And essentially it's looking at people I should connect with that fit the criteria of people that I can partner with, whether that's large gym owners or multi-site gym owners or multi-site facility owners, things like that. And essentially every morning I wake up, I've got a to-do list of who I have to follow up with, who I have to message, who I have to reconnect with. I've got a whole list of prospects and a Kanban board. I've got a pipeline of people. I've got a content engine. So if I come in here, we've obviously got the 1 in 5 guarantee that we do. So for every £1 you put into your ads, we'll get you £5 back. And then, one of the parts that we do is, of course, we come in and just install AI infrastructure into businesses, doing that with real estate, waste management, fitness, everything. And so I've just got it here so that I've trained it up on all of our offers, and I want it to give me content every single day that I can go and post. I just look at it and take inspiration and I go and write it myself and never post it on my behalf. Then we have call prep, intelligence, KPI tracker. So again, this all leads back to how many offers am I sending out to people, proposals, how many calls am I getting on, how many connections have I made, and we follow the KPIs. So this is like my daily mentor. I go in here, after checking my client wins, I go in here and I go, what do I have to do from a marketing perspective to grow this agency? Again, this was built on Manus. So moving on here, we've got AdsAI, which is the platform I've been building for the last 7 months. And you can see here, I'm logged into a test account, Christine Bailey, and really simple. You can see here 380 leads generated across the platform this week for fitness ads. Whoever's using AdsAI, combined, we've generated 380 leads for the users and an average cost per lead. This particular account is a test account, so there's no total leads done so far. But you come down here and you can see the live platform data. Obviously, we don't actually put the name of the gym because it's, we don't want to breach that. But you can see here there's live platform data, all the leads coming in, Barnsley, Dover, a bootcamp in Glasgow. These are all real leads pulling again from the Meta API. And then you connect your Facebook and stuff like that. So this is our obviously first AI product that we've built as such. You can see some parts are blurred out here, obviously, because this is a dummy account, doesn't have anything. But yeah, the way that I built AdsAI, I didn't build that using AI. I've had 2 developers. I've since made some improvements and tweaks using Claude Code because I've kind of got up to speed with that. And quite frankly, with the way that where AdsAI is at right now, it doesn't need another developer right now. Like I say, I've got a business partner who has got 100 developers at his disposal, and our disposal, and he's a bit of an AI expert, so I can easily just leverage him now. But honestly, for a lot of the cosmetic stuff, I just go into Claude Code and it understands all the repos, and I make the changes like that ASAP. So that's AdsAI in terms of it's hosted on a whole host of stuff. It's not like being made by Lovable or anything. But that takes me on to my next point, Lovable, which is kind of where I started doing the vibe coding stuff and learning how to put all this stuff together. This is the AdsAI website. It's fitnessads.ai. It is built on Lovable. The reason I built it on Lovable was so that I could make changes. I don't want to have to send a web developer or a web designer all these changes all the time when I get new social proof. I wanted to have control over it. So whenever I've just got an idea or I get feedback from my marketing, like an FAQ for example, I'll go straight in and add it to the site, and I want it to be fast and quick and up to date instead of relying on people. And so I built this site from scratch using Lovable. It's very easy. It took a bit of time because at the end of the day, it doesn't really know what design you're looking for. And one thing I will say about Lovable, it's great, but it does get quite pricey for the credits and stuff. So the biggest advice I could give you if you're going away and trying to use these kind of products, you need to map out the plan first. Use like a ChatGPT or whatever to map it out fully. Go back and forward with it, really challenge it, then go to a Lovable because it will charge you credits. Like ChatGPT and stuff is just, you're never going to really hit your credit limit on that. Whereas like Lovable and stuff is credit-based MLMs, okay? So you can see the Fitness Ads website, it does the job. It's like bang on the money, converting really well. And again, I can just go in and go, oh, I don't like that caption. I'll go and change it. I can go and update social proof. I just need to talk to Lovable and say, change these 3 images to these images, instead of waiting for a web developer or designer or anything. So that is the first page I built on Lovable. The next page I built on Lovable was the Lifestyle Empire dashboard. So this is for our agency clients. So essentially we wanted a one-stop shop for them to upload their metrics and data. So we changed the agency to be far more data-driven instead of emotions. And I wanted my clients to just go to this one hub and see all the data in front of them, so that when we get on a call, and my team get on a call with clients, we have emotions of business and we have data, and we put them two together, and quite frankly, we find out the constraint of the business via the data, and then of course the emotion is sprinkled on top. So you can see on the left column here, we've got like monthly reports. So they come in here and this tells them their sales volume, their deals closed, current MRR, total ad spend types of thing. So they just upload the data, they come in here, put in their booked calls from ads, they put in how much they spent, their cost per call, it works that out obviously, their show up rate, their close rate, their revenue, and then we look at followers. So how many followers did you get from the follower ad, any conversions, MRR, like what your current MRR is, new MRR added, sales, attrition, attribution, so like where did these sales come from, Instagram DMs, email marketing, what was the open rate, and overall wealth, like how much cash is in the business, what's the profit margin, what's the personal income, tax pot, all of this good stuff. And then the sales pipeline, you can update that, ads performance, MRR and retention, it all kind of feeds into these metrics that you've done. And so what's amazing about this is like our clients and I and the team have access to this, so we can just go in and just make sure they're growing their business and building their lifestyle empire, which is building a business that creates the life that they want to live. And so that was built completely on Lovable. Next up, we have Claude Code. So Claude, and it's, as a chat function, is far superior to ChatGPT. It used to just be a better copywriter, better writing stuff and things, but for me, it's just far better than ChatGPT now. I'm not going to show you stuff on Claude Code because it's obviously sensitive information, but essentially what's happening now is our full fitness AdsAI took 7 months to build, is built on really solid foundations, but because Claude Code can connect it, I can make some surface level changes and little tweaks that just to iterate fast. So I don't do anything more than that, just some iterations. But yeah, every day I work on Claude Code. I've created a meeting operating system. So if I'm on Zoom and Fathom's there, it pulls the meeting, it gives me to-do lists, tasks, connects with Manus and actually says, okay, you said there's 4 calls this week. You have three action steps from each one of those calls. So it pulls it and it actually pulls it into a Google Doc for me. So I have one master Google Doc where I have all my tasks to do that I promised my clients I would do. Gym research. So when we take on a gym, whether it's a gym at sort of 5-6K or it's a gym at 40K, we do some really big deep research on the area, the postcode, so we can get to terms on what's the cost per lead on average around that area, what's the acquisition cost and things like that. So I use a separate Claude project for that where I feed it all in and it completely understands the way that I talk, the way that I like to approach things, and it does all the research for me. Other things as well, like partnership documents. So I have Claude Code where I've already given it my branding, my offers, and whenever I have a partnership call with someone potentially we're going to partner with, I'll take the transcript of the call, I'll put it in, and then we'll score it based on the different offers we have. So we have the agency we can work with. We have Fitness AdsAI where you can just go in and use Fitness AdsAI. The agencies are done for you, so we can completely run your ads and completely do your full acquisition for you. Or we have more partnership style where we look to install AI infrastructure, save companies 20, 30, 40% profit by installing all the AI infrastructure. None of this stuff, by the way, proper AI infrastructure. This is all personal use. So I think that's pretty much it with Claude Code. Claude, I have a lot of projects in there where I'm just using it to save time, but it's not really worth showing you. It's all kind of personal stuff like that. Moving on, we have ChatGPT, which of course is still great. It's still good at what it does. We have a lot of GPTs, custom GPTs, which are just little versions of ChatGPT that are specific with a project in mind and have been trained on a certain thing. So you'll see like how to create and script and plan viral reels. It's been trained on all of our trainings. Offer docs, so how to create a quick offer based on our what we believe to be a great offer and how to build a great offer. Gym owner payday calculator, so we can use that as lead magnets. All these types of things, and they're all good. Like the custom GPTs are great. They're good for lead magnets. They're good for you to use every day. And of course, if you wanted to use them with your clients, you can just brand them up and make sure it's all centered around your business as well. Other than that, I use ChatGPT to search stuff and things, voice note it a little bit. It has a lot of context on me, so it's still quite useful. But Claude's just wiping the floor with it. But moving on, we've got Poppy AI. It's getpoppy.ai, which is great. I'm a very visual learner. I have Miro boards everywhere for everything. And this is basically just went, okay, let's combine a Miro board with AI. And it's put it together for the visual learners. But not only that, that's probably doing it a disservice. What it also does is allow you to just drag and drop files onto this board, and the AI will read the files. So you can see here, what I've got is, I've got like all of my YouTube, a ton of my YouTube videos, like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 of them. And I've got like, I can't remember his name again. I've got his videos. It's a YouTube expert that teaches you how to create good YouTube videos and script them and stuff. So I've got a bunch of his videos and trainings put together, and I'm feeding it into the AI. And I've got all these instructions with it. Like, here's my offer, here's my brand tone, here's what I want the scripts to look like. Generally, I don't really script them anymore. It's just when it's like a VSL style video, but this gets me going, and then I can come up with the idea. So this is just where I brainstorm it, and of course it reminds me, in case I get sidetracked, I'm trying to create videos that just don't have the right packaging in them. So I use this quite a lot and then you'll see over here, here's just all my video ideas off the back of brainstorming with all that relevant context. Then here we've got disruptive ads for the agency. So you've got Sabri Subi's stuff here, a couple of videos he's done on how to create compelling ads, and I've obviously got a bunch as well. And here's all my videos in here. Now the reason that my videos are here is, this is my tone, and I want the AI to pick up on my tone and the way that I'm speaking. A couple of YouTube videos here as well, and essentially I've trained it on this really big prompt to start creating ads for us, for the agency. And it just, again, it gives me a starting point, and then I take what could normally take about 3 or 4 hours to complete and turn it into 1 or 2 hours, like that fast. Next Poppy board is the launch campaign. So we basically build launches for our clients every major seasonal campaign. So whether that's January kickstart, February, spring, whatever the major season is, we build the campaigns from scratch for our clients. And of course, this helps us. So we teach up the best framework to launch and build and promote a promotion. And of course, when our client fills in a form to get theirs completed, we go into their Instagram, pull their videos and put it into this section here, and that just picks up the client's brand tone. And then we get it to create a big outline, and then I go in and we just build it individually. Then I create a Loom video and just say, there you go, there's your launch. Any questions? Let us know. The next one's quite funny. Like, this is Alex Becker. I don't know if you know him. He does a whole bunch of videos on SaaS products. Obviously, Fitness AdsAI is a SaaS product, and it's quite crazy. He's got Hyros, which is like valued at over 100 million. And he is just telling you how to build a SaaS product here. So I've taken all his videos, I've watched them all, right? Like, watched them all a couple of times. But I've taken them into here. And now this is just called Alex Becker Mentor. So like, I have all his videos, right? And I have a master prompt here where it's like, do not deviate. I want you to act as if Alex Becker's always over my shoulder. And he's quite a harsh guy. He's quite straight down the middle, which is great. And so whenever I'm trying to brainstorm an idea for Fitness AdsAI, that just pulls me in a tight leash. So imagine that. I've got a guy who pretty much like, so wait, it gets better actually. What I did, right? I don't know if I'll be able to open this, because it's actually just a file. Yeah, I won't be able to open it, but I got my VA to go into his Facebook posts over the last like 6 months, and any post he mentioned about SaaS and any value posts, I just got to copy it all into a spreadsheet. I exported the spreadsheet and put it in here as well. So the videos aren't even the best part, like what he said in Facebook, because he just always posts on Facebook. So I've literally got a mentor of $100 million business helping me build my SaaS product from scratch. Crazy. So that's the last Poppy board. I've got a few more, but nothing major to show you that's groundbreaking. And like I say, moving over to LinkedIn, a couple of things happening there where we get our people connections sent out, and you don't want to do too many automated stuff on that, but I'm really taking my time to try and learn LinkedIn, see how it works, find the right people, connect with them, because honestly, for the products that I've got now and how high level they are, the people on LinkedIn are perfect for them. So that's LinkedIn. Let me just check I haven't missed anything. I think that's pretty much the core of the products I've got running. Like I said, I've got a whole bunch of stuff on like ChatGPT and stuff that I'm sure most people will. And honestly, this doesn't make me an AI expert by any stretch, but I'm certainly learning and spending a lot of money. That's another thing I would advise you to do, is just be careful of the AI subscription trap that you kind of get in. I get emails and like, wow, I forgot to cancel that. It's another $29.99. There's obviously image ones that I use, like I've used Gemini before and Pixels for like YouTube thumbnails and stuff. But I think once you've got sort of templates in place, you can start to rinse and repeat. I use vidIQ, I think it is, for YouTube, which helps you get, see thumbnails, see trends. But yeah, just be careful of the AI subscription thing. Be careful setting something up that is credit based. Before you know it runs away from you, and then you're at a £200 subscription that was only £20 before. But ultimately, you just want to do it and just score each one. If you've got a bunch of AI apps right now, just score each one based on the time it buys you back and how easy it makes your life. Or even does it make your offer stronger? Like, does you using this make you either faster, quicker, sharper, or does it make you more money because you provide it for your clients? So for example, Poppy was a decent expense for an upfront payment, but ultimately I can then go to my market and say, look, I'll build all your campaigns for the year. And it's like, oh, okay, it's suddenly worth it, see? So anyway, I hope this video has been useful. I know it's quite long, but we're all talking about AI here. I will make another one in the future. If you have any questions on any of this, please go into the comments, let me know. And if you want more videos on AI, let me know, because yeah, I am all in on this AI revolution. Speak soon.